Hey guys, so today's look is pretty much my basic everyday look. It's I call it a smoky eye. I feel like it's really smoky. I had lashes on but didn't make it. Let's take a moment to pray for these lashes. They fell off in the middle of class. Anyway, I basically do this whenever I go to class. Tuesdays and Thursdays I don't wear makeup in the morning because I have labs and you're not allowed to wear makeup, although I still do leave my eyebrows done because I really don't care. Like my eyebrows, I know eyebrows are always done, always done. But anyway, really like this look. I find it quick to do, especially if I'm not recording it. Like if it's being recorded, it takes longer for some reason because I have to stop and play, stop and play, stop and play. But me, I can get this done in 20 minutes. Wait, no. 5 to 15, depends. Like if I have everything together. Sometimes I won't do the foundation, like the highlighter or contour or anything like that. I'll just slap on powder and I'm set. But without further ado, I hope you enjoy this video. It was filmed a little bit differently than normal. Usually I film it on my regular camera, but today, today I filmed it on Snapchat. I figured I wanted to see how it was gonna work, so it's not really like, it's like straight in portrait orientation. Instead of being like this, it's like this. But I feel like it came out pretty good compared to my usual videos because I was able to switch the camera around, show you what I was using. Do have pictures before every clip of what I do beforehand, so I don't have to stop and mention the products or anything like that. So I feel like this video is going to be not too long, maybe 15 minutes tops, maybe less if I can do it like that. So I hope you enjoy the video and let's get started. My eyebrows are already done beforehand, so let's get started. I used the Olay Regenerist facial oil as a base under my primer, and then I just massage that in. Next I go in with the e.l.f. Poreless face primer and I just dot that on my face and smooth it out, working from the inside out. Next, going into my Sephora contour palette, I'm gonna pick that first light shade and just place that on my eyelids using the same brush I used to blend out my eyeshadow primer. And I just like to do that to absorb any oil that's on my lid as it is. I have very oily lids. And then go on with my eyeshadow primer and place that on top and start blending it out. First I use my fingers to blend out, but then I go in with the brush and make sure everything's all blended out and dry. Then I go in with my two transition shades again from my contour palette. And I go in with the lightest one first in the crease, and then I start to go in with the second lightest one of the two and just blend all that out. I'm using an e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush to do this. Then I go in with the darkest shade and put it on my outer corner, sort of like in the V position, and blend all that upwards and inwards. Next, I'm going into my Urban Decay Grey Stefani palette, and I'm picking up these two colors, the color Punk and the color Blackout, and placing those on my outer corner as well. Punk is like my favorite color ever. I always put it on my crease. I don't care what look I'm using. It always goes on there. Just same brush, and then I go back in to my contour palette and use the darkest color again in that palette and blend everything out using that color. Here I'm using a Vasanti brush to do this, and I just keep blending and keep blending. I love a Vasanti brush. It's so fluffy and easy to blend with. Now I'm going in with my lid color. This is the color called Peak from the Ulta Prismatic palette. I unboxed all of mine from the packaging. It's just much easier. So I'm going in with a brush and just applying that all over my lid. Then for my inner corner, I'm going in with Radiance and placing that on my inner corner and my brow bone. I'm using an e.l.f. concealer brush to do this. Brush is like $1. It's like the best brush ever. Now for eyeliner, I'm going in with the e.l.f. liquid eyeliner in jet black. I love this one.
At first, when I started using it, it was a bit too liquidy, but now I got the hang of it. And let's just say that doing my eyeliner on camera is very hard, but I like how it turned out in the end. So just do my wing eyeliner, wing it out. So this is what we have so far. Now we're just going to go in and do foundation. For foundation, I'm using the Fit Me powder and Dewy Smooth in the color 355 Coconut. I like putting the foundation in the back of my hand just to warm it up. And then I go in with the end of a brush and just tap it in there and dot it all over my face. Just keep dotting that. And then I actually forgot to color correct, so I just go in with the NYX Dark Circle Color Corrector and place that under my eyes. Since I am highlighting with concealer, I wanted to cover up those dark circles so they're not brought more into light, I guess, with the highlight. So I'm just blending all of that out with a damp Real Techniques complexion sponge. I love this sponge. It's very easy to work with. So that's the foundation done. As you can see, it still looks dewy. Now I'm going back in with my Fit Me powder foundation just to set everything. And I set that all over my face in a patting motion. I don't buff it or go in circular motions, so I don't move anything. Next, I'm going in with the Bright Future concealer from Sephora. I think the shade is 11.5, just to highlight and conceal under my eyes. Just do a couple of swipes. I don't go too heavy, but not too light at the same time. Do my nose, my forehead, Cupid's bow, and chin. And then I go back in with the Real Techniques complexion sponge. It's damp, and blend this out. That's how it looks at the end. Then I bake with the Airspun loose powder for a couple of minutes. I mainly bake under my eye because I have just natural creases under there. So everything I put tends to settle in there anyway. So I have to apply an extra amount there. To wipe it all off, I go in with my powder and a blush brush from e.l.f. and just use it to wipe it off. Then I'm just curling my eyelashes to prepare for mascara. For mascara, I actually use like 3 different ones. First, I go in with the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Mascara as a base. And I just add a couple of swipes of that until I get the desired length. And then after that, I start to actually go in with the Bella Pierre Volumizing Lash Mascara. And that's my second coat. I move that one around more so I can get more volume from that one. It's very easy to work with. It doesn't dry out, and I love the brush applicator. Then last but not least, I go in with the Too Faced Better Than Sex. This is a sample version that I got from Ulta, and I can say that I am loving it. And that is my last coat of mascara. They look pretty much very out there. So that's what my eyes look how big my lashes turn out to be. And I'm actually going to apply lashes. I didn't apply them on camera because I'm still working on it. So that's what I look like with lashes on. To highlight, I'm using the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder, and I am going in with an e.l.f. highlighting brush, and then just highlighting the tops of my cheekbones, my nose, and my Cupid's bow. For blush, I'm going in with the City Color B Matte Blush. I'm using those 2 colors right there, just like mixing the 2 in the eye smile, and apply that to my cheekbones. Next, I'm going to contour using the second darkest shade from my Sephora contour palette and just chiseling out right under where I placed the brush. I like to finish off my face in this order using the highlighting. I am contouring my nose using the same color and contour e.l.f. eyeshadow speed brush. I'm just using that to chisel around my highlight. Next, I'm going to set my face using the Aqua Mist from e.l.f. and I'm going to apply Liquid Suede from NYX in the color Soft Spoken. This is what the look looks like without any lipstick.
So that was it, you guys. My pretty much everyday going to school video. I look like a boy on most days because I have like shuffle lights on and a hat. So I figured when I have class, why not get all glammed up? Well, see you in my next video. Bye.